Hey guys, how are you? You alright? Hope you're all doing alright. Just got back from the BKKS show in Coventry. Pretty good show, pretty good. They were doing pretty good. Quite a lot of selection of fish actually for sale. Good show as well. Most of the vats were full. I think there was only like one or two vats that didn't really have a lot in it on the show side. So some impressive fish there. Definitely some big fish there. Funny enough, I've got two grow on tanks, and the missus said, I don't really like these big fish. I like them when they're small. So God knows what's going to happen there. As I have two tanks purely just for growing my fish out so I can get some nice big fish. She don't like big fish, so it is what it is. But yeah, it was good selection, you know, of fish for sale. Come back, didn't buy any actually. I was quite surprised with myself, to be fair. I was expecting to at least come back with a couple, but no, come back empty-handed. Just not really anything tickling my fancy. I think I'm getting a bit too fussy. I sort of know what I want, and I want what I know. So yeah, I'm getting a bit picky really when it comes to it now. But hey ho. So I thought, as I come back and things are all good, thought just doing a bit of fill clean at the minute on everything. Once I've done that, I thought it's about time I probably do a video on this big tank in the garage. I recorded, I think it was last weekend, I recorded me building this bakkie shower thing that I built. So I'll probably put this video out first and then follow it up with a little one about the bakkie shower and how I've done that. So you'll sort of see it in this one, and then you can watch the other one. But yeah, and since putting that in, actually, it's made quite a big difference. It has made quite a big difference. I won't talk too much about that because we're going to go into that in that next little video. So yeah, I'll sort of walk you through, show you what we've got going on inside the garage, talk you through it. Don't moan about my wiring too much, that's still a work in progress. I've got to get some proper power into this garage, which I've now got the cable for, so now I just need to get my old man round and my big ladder out to get up to my air conditioning unit, because I think we're just going to run it off the supply. We're going to run it off that and run it down, because the aircon's not on very often, so majority of the time the power supply up there is not actually doing anything. So I think we're going to just run the garage off that. Or just run this big tank actually is what we're going to do, and then when the IBC moves into the garage as well, that's just going to run off the power supply that we've already got going out to that. We're just going to redirect that into the garage and then run that on a completely separate supply, so we're not pulling too much power from the one area. But yeah, so let's have a little look at this. Let's have a little look at the setup I've got going there in the garage. Got a nice little video clip of the fish there, because you can actually see them now. Just like I said, just done a filter change, so water level's a bit low. I've got my chlorinator on the side here, just filling up. But yeah, I'll give you a quick little show of the size of this tank. Hopefully I can get it in, show you sort of how big it is, and then what sort of setup we've got, and we'll go from there. Catch you in a minute. Right, so this is the tank, as you can see. I'll just put it up there for a minute. It's my little book. Always got to have a little book. If you haven't got a little book, get yourself a little book. Basically all this book is just in here. It's just my salt tester, and then all my water tests basically. So I use the liquid ones majority of the time, and then I've got the Hannah ones as well, but I don't use them all the time. Probably use these about once a week, but use these about twice a week, just testing my water. So yeah, get yourself a little book, jot it all down, jot down all your results, the date that you did it, all your results, what you've done to the tank, whether you've changed something, added something, whatever you've done, write it down in your book, so when you come back, if I'd have bought some fish, it would say in here new fish, but I didn't buy any fish. So that's my test kit. Anyways, back to the tank. So this is the tank. It's a fiberglass tank. It is insulated. There is some insulation in there, not a lot, but there is a little bit. My plan is for the winter to re-insulate this with some 4-inch Celotex all the way around here, around the other side, along the back, and then a little bit over the top to keep a lot of the heat in as much as I can. It's my water purifier that we purchased a couple of weeks ago. I think I've already shown that in one of the other videos actually, to be fair. But yeah, all that is doing is just trickling in, topping this water level back up. So if I go inside the tank, you'll be able to see there's an inlet just there. That's the inlet just there, sorry. And you can see how much the water's dropped. We've probably dropped to about a foot. So I like to keep it sort of about here, quite high to the top, but you know, max amount of water. There's just an air stone down at that end there. Well, let's have a look. There's the fish. There's the fish that are in here. So yeah, these are the fish that I'm growing on. I want to get rid of this one and this one. They're Deutsch fish. They're just not really for me. I brought them last year. It was a bit of an experiment to see how well they'd do growing, but they're just not ready for me. Also brought that shower last year, Christmas, from Kunikoi, and that there, I can't remember what it's called, something Yatsuri, I can't remember what the first bit is, but yeah, brought that one from Kunikoi as well, and the yellow and black Yatsuri, that also came from Kunikoi, but I brought that yellow and black one, where it's gone, just there, this one and this one from Kunikoi. They were, I don't know how much they were quite cheap, I think. They weren't mad monies, they were quite small when I got them. Just as a bit of an experiment to see about, you know, growing these on, see about these Deutsch fish. Didn't really know much about them, so I thought I'd buy a couple and see how I go, see if I, you know, like them or not. Turns out I don't. This koaku here, Jinrin koaku, that's also from Kunikoi as well. I brought that not so long ago, but he is whacking on some good size. The shower was quite small when I got it. I've got some pictures of them three actually. I'll add them in. The shower was quite small when I got it, but he seems to be catching up now. He was in the smaller tank for a while, but even since I took two in here, still seems to be catching up. So yeah, that's them fish. That tancho was really small when I brought that as well. Got some pictures of that somewhere. I brought that at the same time as I brought my chagoi. He has really put some size on. Probably not quite had him a year, I don't think yet. But he has put some size on there nonetheless. So it's just a 2-inch bottom drain that comes out. That's the 2-inch bottom drain. It just comes out through here, up there into the bio chamber. So that's basically full of K1, which is not bubbling at the minute because the water level is just not quite high enough in the tank, hence the fill up. And then it just comes out of there, around here, through that one as well, and into here, which is just where I've got basically all my brushes. I need to get some more just to fill this hole up. Get some more just to fill this hole up. So at the moment I've just got a pipe going across there, and then obviously all the debris can just land at the bottom. Then when the debris goes at the bottom, we open this valve, drain it out, clean all the brushes inside here. I will do a video on how I clean it, but basically I just take the brushes off when it's full, shake them up and down, disturb all the dirt in there, and then just drain it off from there into the drain there. Same with that one's just a bottom drain, so I can purge the bottom drain. So after I've done this, I've just hooked the line on there, open that, straight into the drain, purge the bottom drain for a little bit, and then it comes out of there into a little 3 kilowatt heater here. This is not actually, it looks like it's one of them, cloverleaf ones, is it? Looks like that, but it's not. It's actually off a hot tub. And it was a lot cheaper. It was about 80, 90 quid for a 3 kilowatt one, rather than the 200 quid or whatever it was that the other one would charge you. And then just into a little pump here, back up through the little pump, back into the tank. So obviously if I drain the water down too low, I can isolate it here so that we don't get a backfill across to here. If I want, just the air pump up there, that's just teed off. Ooh. Get that back in. That's just teed off. One goes into here, obviously through the valve, and the other one just drops into the tank. And then this here is the bakkie shower. Like I say, not going to go into too much of that, but you can see what pump I've got on that. That's a 10,000 litre pump. I run it at about 50% and it seems to do a good job. This here is another little project that I've got to do that I haven't done yet. Might do it today, might not, to see how I get on. This is the auto feeder. I was talking about auto feeders once before. This is the auto feeder from Quinny Koi. It's a pretty good auto feeder. Feeds them, I think it's 6 times a day. As you can see, it goes through the food pretty quick. The only thing I have found is when the battery is going a bit dead on this, it does keep clogging up and not really telling you what's going on. So as you can see here, I've got it connected. It's this one. Got it connected into a European plug and plugged in to give us maximum power on that. This little lead here is just for the light. So I just wanted a little light. Even got gay colours on it if I want. Don't know what the colours are. Oh, look at that. Makes it look pretty. Oh, very nice, very nice. And yeah, it's also got a timer on it as well. This button here is a timer. So you can, depending on what colour you have the light, whether it's yellow. Yellow is 3 hours, green is 6 hours, and red is 12 hours. So you can just turn that on and then you don't have to worry about turning it off. So that's that. This here is my little fridge controller, which is going to go in that box, along with the pump down there for the tank, and probably the heater. They will probably all run through there eventually when I get around to doing it. But basically what this is to control that heater down there, same as on the other tank. I set a temperature on here, we go within 0.5 degree, and it controls that heater down there rather than using this analog one here, because this one just never seems to cut out the tank. When I first fitted it, it was just fitted on this, and the tank got up to about 28 degrees I think, when it was meant to cut off at about 22. So yeah, hence the heater, hence the other controller, sorry. And that will be wired in properly. Hoping to get it over there on the wall. So I'm gonna have my pump there, my box there, and my fuse box just above that. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway, that's the plan. And then this is just my pond towel, so I can dry my hands. Fitted some new lights, as you can probably see, just to make it a bit brighter in here. And yeah, that's it. This just a bit of Celotex. This just layers across the top here, just so I don't have to move the light or close the lid. You can close the lid if I want. And also it leaves this gap here, so this feeds at about 6, starts feeding at about 6 in the morning, and if I don't get up in time to take this off or open the lid, the food can still go in. So that's just that. I don't think there's really anything else to say about this tank really. This tank's actually a water tank from off a roof basically. So a big office or something would have one of these water tanks on the roof. But someone else not too far away from me, probably about an hour away from me, was using it, put it on eBay, and I messaged him, you know, saying if he still got it. He said yes. I was like, right, okay, I need to get someone to pick it up. Luckily, I know a builder, and he had a flatbed. And I said, we'll come and pick it up tonight. Is that all right? He was like, yep, come get it. When we got there, luckily he had a forklift, so he just lifted it straight on, straight onto the back of the flatbed. And it was only when we got home we had to handball it off. So called my old man up, got him over, woke my neighbour up, got him out. Yeah, to give us a lift off, lifted it off, jet washed it all out from all the, you know, the debris that was left from when his fish were in here. And then yeah, wheeled it into the garage and started assembling. Unfortunately, I didn't video any of that or take any pictures, because like I said at the beginning, I'm very bad at documenting things. And eventually, when I decide to move them out of this tank and back into the pond, or later this year, I will get them out and do a measure up. I have done a bit of a measure up of, I think I had the black and white Yatsuri out. I think he's about 45 cm at the minute. But yeah, I'm going to start pushing them. They are going to start getting a bit more food. I'm going to increase the food today. If I look in my book, bear with me. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. I thought I wrote it down what I was planning on, what I was feeding them. But it turns out I haven't. So there you go. You see, that's why you should always write everything down so you know. Not sure. But what I will do is when I add that, increase that food, I'll work out exactly how much food it's going to be for their feeds, and then I'll write it down in my little book, and then I can tell you next time. But yeah, basically this is the tank. Not a lot to see really. Just planning on growing these bad boys on a little bit more. And we'll go from. That's about it really. Don't think I've got much else to say. Weather's crap, raining. So glad I'm in the garage at the minute. Yeah, I think that'll do for now.